We live in a very cutthroat world. If you are not insanely popular or have insane amounts of money that you make every month, then you don't matter as a man. Period. That's the standard that society has set us up for. I'm not going to make this video too long, but before I start, I just want to say that you do matter. You are a special person. You don't have to make insane amounts of money or have to be insanely popular to feel special, to feel proud of yourself as a man. I know this video is getting kind of bittersweet, but I just wanted to say that you do matter. You matter. Me and you, we live in a world where social media has control of the narrative, complete control over the narrative. Social media has control over what people think is cool, and social media has control over what people think is not cool. Social media have control over what people think is attractive, and social media also has control over what people think is not attractive. Don't y'all see how much social media has got everyone by the balls right now? Like, social media is one of the most brainwashing things on the planet, if not the most brainwashing tool on the planet. Before social media, nobody cared about what job you worked at. If you had a job, that means you were just doing good in life. Before social media, girls weren't stupid. Like, sure, before social media, girls were still attracted to bad boys, but because of social media, it's so much more massive and global now. The groupthink in the echo chamber is bigger now because of the internet. That's why all these women think the same. You know, women are being taught to only like guys with a lot of money. Women are being taught to only like guys that have big social circles, and women are being taught to only like guys that are popular. And, you know, they're also conditioned to like bad boys. Okay. You know, and it's like, what's the world coming to? What happened to just liking a person for who they are? Why do you have to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G to like a person? And to be honest, it's not just women that are brainwashed. Men are brainwashed too. You know, a lot of men are manipulated to dislike themselves and feel like they're not good enough because they don't have, you know, that they haven't accomplished, they haven't reached that threshold that society has placed onto them. You know, like I said earlier, having a lot of money, being very popular, having big social circles. Because you don't have that as a man, society will gaslight you into thinking that you aren't good enough. And the women aren't making it no better because they don't see that you're good enough either, because that's the threshold society has placed. And a lot of men are falling for it. A lot of men are depressed. And we also live in a very narcissistic world. What do I mean by this? Well, most men, I would like to argue that most men are narcissistic. It's only a small percentage of men. You know, the men that have the social status, have the money, you know, have everything else that society wants the men to have. Those men, they're going to be narcissistic because they've passed the threshold. You know what I'm saying? So those men are narcissistic, but I would like to argue the majority of men are narcissistic. Now, what I will say, women, I think that a lot of women are narcissistic, like just because of the threshold society has. Society is telling women to not like most men. Literally, society tells and teaches women to not like most men. Therefore, most women are narcissistic and look down on you for no reason. This is my last point, and I'm going to end the video. You have a lot of men that try to escape the chaos and the brainwashing of society by getting a girlfriend, right? And they think to themselves, oh, I finally escaped from society. I finally escaped from the stupidity. But little do you know, you haven't escaped from anything. If your girl was a decent girl when you met her, and, you know, she became your girlfriend and your wife, and she was decent, okay, but yeah, she's decent now, but eventually society is going to take her away from you by brainwashing her and getting her to think that she can do better than you. Even if she was a decent human being at one point and didn't seem like she was a narcissist, at some point society will brainwash her and get her to perceive you not being enough as a man. So it will get her to look for a bigger, better deal, a better man than you, apparently. So what can we do to fight against this? What can we do to fight against society, dude? In my opinion, the only thing we can do is just increase our finances. That's the only thing we can do. Money is the god of this world. If you don't have that, you can't accomplish anything, no matter how hard you try. So finances is first on the list. But you want to know what I'm going to do? My goal, dude, is to build myself up. I'm going to become what society wants me to be. I'm going to be that popular dude. I'm going to be the guy that's making a lot of money. I'm going to be the guy that has a good social status on social media and stuff like that. I'm going to be that guy. And then after I become that guy, I'm going to disown society. I'm going to tell men that you don't need to be this way in order to be successful. You see, the problem with successful men is that they gaslight other men to be just like them. They say, hey, if you're not like me, then hey, you're a loser and you need to become just like me in order to feel proud of yourself as a man. That's not how that works. That's not how that's supposed to be. You don't have to make 5K plus a month to feel proud of yourself as a man. You shouldn't need to feel like that. You should be proud of yourself. Bro, every day you wake up is a blessing. You're not in the hospital or anything. You should be proud of that. You don't got to be proud of, you don't got to make 5K and all of that extra stuff a month to feel proud of yourself as a guy. But anyway, before this video gets too long, I'm going to end it here. It's been Mr. Almighty. Mr. Almighty out.